from Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight,
Bimbo Oloide.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, Inspector General of Police wades into ban on protest in Abuja, reverses decision by the FCT command. Parts of Lagos grind to a halt as students of the state's university take to the streets to protest hike in their school fees. PDP and APC members of the House of Representatives in a face-off will be moved to declare vacant the seats of defective members. And Kenya investigates presence of white widows in the country. And on business news tonight, the new central bank governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, officially resumes duty today, speaks for the first time as CBN governor.
And unfortunately tonight, Nigerians assess Super Eagles team list to be released by Steve Pesci for upcoming FIFA World Cup.
I'm Gloria Umezioke and from Abuja. Inquest into Dana plane crash in Lagos ends. Coroner issues 9-point recommendation to government on emergency response.
The Inspector General of Police has reversed the order given by the FCT Police Command banning all forms of protest in the nation's capital, Abuja. The FCT Police Public Relations Officer, Altine Daniel, had explained that the ban became necessary to forestall any breakdown of law and order. But addressing journalists in Abuja, police spokesman Mr. Frank Umba notes that the police authorities have not issued any order banning peaceful assemblies and protests anywhere in the country. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Joseph Mbu, on Monday issued an order banning protesters from calling for the rescue of abducted schoolgirls in Chibok by the Islamic sect Boko Haram. Mr. Mbu hinged the ban on the emergence of parallel groups which pose security risks to the nation's capital. The Bring Back Our Girls campaigners have rejected the directive and filed a legal action challenging Mr. Mbu's orders. In the lawsuit, the activists are seeking damages and a restraining order on the police.
That the decision to ban protests and rallies related to the Chibok girls is illegal, unconstitutional, null and void, as it violates the fundamental rights entrenched in our Constitution.
It's good to acknowledge the IG's office has realized and understands that the citizens are allowed to engage in peaceful procession, while at the same time it calls to question the operations and the understanding within the structure of the Nigerian police force. It's important for them to work together. When people speak on contradictory positions, it calls to question what is going on within our security apparatus in the country.
What Mbu has done yesterday is not only illegal, it's contemptuous. And contempt is a criminal offense. Yes. And I'm talking of contempt committed ex facie cure. It's a criminal offense. We are also lodging a complaint to the Attorney General of the Federation to have Mbu prosecuted. Yes.
However, the police authorities have disassociated itself from the FCT Commissioner of Police directive, but the Police High Command explained that intelligence report has necessitated the need to advise the protesters on the possibility of infiltration by criminal elements.
The force has not issued any order banning peaceful assemblies or protests anywhere in Nigeria. It notes, however, that against the backdrop of current security challenges in the country, coupled with a recent intelligence report of a likely infiltration and possible hijack of an otherwise innocent and peaceful protest within the Federal Capital Territory by criminal elements suspected of having links with the insurgents, the police only issued an advisory notice enjoining citizens to apply caution in the said rallies.
With the reverse of the ban on protests and rallies, the coast is clear for the Bring Back Our Girls protesters to resume their campaign calling for the rescue of the abducted girls.
Meanwhile, the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway came to a standstill earlier today following a heavy traffic jam caused by the students of the Lagos State University, LASU, who were protesting a hike in their fees. The student union president, Nuruddin Yusuf, had told journalists at the Ojo campus of the university yesterday that the students have resolved not to resume academic activities until the fees are reduced. But the Lagos State government has indicated its readiness to dialogue with the students and ensure that they reach an agreement on the matter. Our correspondent, Loretta Chiogo, who monitored the situation, says security agents who were present prevented an outbreak of law and order.
We are saying we'll take charge in Lagos any moment from now. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are taking over Lagos and nothing will stop us.
Matching words with action. Another protest is organized by students of the Lagos State University, LASU in Ojo. Again, there is disruption of traffic flow under the very scorching sun. Motorists at the mercy of the protesting students. The students' protest, the second in 4 weeks, is over the hike in their school fees. On Monday, the students had vowed during a press conference to organize a bigger protest they tagged the Boko Haram protest. The students had been given May 30th by the school authority to pay up for the next semester after just concluding exams in April. The students are expected to pay about 150 to 350,000 naira, depending on their course of study. They insist the fee must return to 46,000 naira. The protest, which moved from the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway towards Oshodi-Agege Motor Road, was disrupted by the police. Fierce-looking policemen dared the students to reassemble, even as 3 of the students' buses are rendered immovable. The government says a committee has been set up to look into the issues surrounding the school fees hike.
Presented a position paper to me about what they call as some wrong assumptions that we made in calculating the fees. And my understanding is that, look, we are not saying don't increase, but some of the foundations for your calculations are wrong. And I've passed that to the same committee of the Executive Council on Monday. We started meeting, and I hope that they will come back with either a validation of the assertion of the students or a disagreement, and we will see where there is a difference.
The committee is expected to submit its report on Monday. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Well, a rowdy session was witnessed at the House of Representatives after members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, attempted to sack all Progressives Congress House leaders. It took the presiding Deputy Speaker, Mr. Emeka Ihedioha, a few minutes to restore order as PDP and APC lawmakers disagreed over the matter. The Deputy House Majority Leader, Mr. Leo Ogo, raised an order of privilege to draw attention to what he considered an anomaly. Citing relevant House rules, Mr. Ogo, a PDP member from Delta State, said the rules provided that all minority parties in the House should nominate candidates to occupy minority leadership positions in the House. The presiding Deputy Speaker ruled that the matter should be referred to the Joint Committee on Rules, Business and Justice for detailed study and returned to the House within 2 weeks.
The House plenary started in a very slow pace with very little on the day's agenda besides the presentation of bills and 2 motions. But this soon changed after the Deputy Majority Leader of the House, Representative Leo Ogo, raised a motion challenging the occupants of the seats of the Minority Leader, Minority Whip, Deputy Minority Leader and Deputy Minority Whip of the House of Representatives by members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, without the consent and imputes of the Labour Party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA, and the Accord Party.
They have violated the spirit of the house rule. I consider them interlopers. They have usurped the clear responsibility of the other political parties. And I think, Mr. Speaker, that it behoves on us to insist that they vacate those seats till we get a number of people that will represent this party.
But the minority leader of the House, Femi Gbajabiamila, dismissed August's motion as unnecessary and unfounded, saying it ought to have been raised by an opposition member and not by the ruling party.
Our rules do not create any room for what is known as a meddlesome interloper. Honorable colleagues, the rules are very clear. It says the minority parties shall nominate. And that is exactly what the minority parties have done. It does not say, the rules do not say that the minority parties shall nominate based on party basis.
But in a swift reaction, members of other minority parties agreed with August's position and demanded their share of the opposition pie.
Since the formation of APC, all the opposition parties in the House will have not met to decide which party will take so and so position. And there is no way one political party will produce all the leadership positions meant for opposition parties in the House.
The issue is not about whether it concerns us as individuals, because there are two privileges in this House, and we must emphasize that. One, there's a collective privilege of the House of Representatives, and there are individual privileges of members of the House of Representatives.
He has not been recognizing us as members of the minority group. And as a result of that, I believe I stand a chance to sit there as member of the leadership.
After heated debates which failed to resolve the matter, the Deputy Speaker, Emeka Ihedioha, who presided, referred the motion to the Committees on Rules and Business and Justice for further legislative consideration, with a directive to report back to the House in 2 weeks. Omelogo Nadi, Channels Television News.
In part 2, after the break, delegates to the National Conference asked federal government not to remove fuel subsidy until more refineries have been built. That's in a moment. Do stay with us.